217 Recovery Podcast. It is the 7th of September, 2019. My name is Corey Winfield.
I'm Ryan Beckman.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. I want to say thanks for listening.
Thank you, everybody.
I guess I'd say tuning in, but I'd like to thank you for hitting play.
Clicking in.
For sure. And if you can share this with your friends, family, somebody that you know might have a problem, might have a little addiction issue, whether it be gambling, alcohol, cocaine,
Sex,
methamphetamine, sex, people watching, stalking, whatever. You know, we are here for you in whatever capacity. Oh, heroin, meth. I think I said methamphetamines, but yeah. Or maybe you know someone who has a family member, a friend that has a problem, and they're like, what do I do? We've heard from people who listen, like, thanking us because it gives them a little insight on what's going on in the mind of someone who is in recovery, because Ryan and I are in recovery. Super. Ryan's got his 180 days today. Depends how you look at it. Some people say, well, that's 5 months, 6 months.
6 months.
Some people say, well, no, because the 11th is your day.
My actual day, but some months have 31 days. So
yeah, so I mean, it all depends, because when you first start out, and depending where you go, some places they'll give you a 30-day chip, a 60-day chip, 90-day chip. Some people keep that going. Some people like me. So, and plus, I don't know, it's easier for me to keep track of. But I'm 266, so I got 99 more days, and I get my year. I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know if you could kind of tell in my voice just a little bit, kind of cracked, I think.
I'm halfway there.
Yeah, and so big props to you for the 180, Ryan. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud too.
Yeah, and we're doing good things, man, and that's what we're trying to do, and that's working for us. You know, this podcast, 217 Recovery, we're focused, we're driven, and for me, I know that helps tremendously. In the past, you know, I was thinking about this earlier because I thought, well, I'm just going to have to do a podcast by myself. My co-host who's not here with me started crying a little bit in the car, and I was sitting in this parking lot, and I had a flashback.
No.
I know, it was so sad. Back to this one time, I think I had like 5 months sober, and I was doing pretty well for myself and starting to get back in the swing of things. Life was going good again. Money started to go in my pocket, and I decided it's time to get a girlfriend. So, but I remember sitting in this parking lot, like, hungover. I don't remember too much about the drinking episode, but I remember I ended up in a parking lot, sleeping in my car, like, the next day, and she had to come find me. I had no idea where I was at. No clue. My phone wasn't working.
How did she find you?
I don't remember. But it was just like this.
She had a tracker on you, didn't she?
No.
She knew where you were at all times.
No, I think I just started describing the buildings or something, because I finally got my phone to work, but I think it, like, the internet wasn't working because I had Sprint. So I don't know. So it was just like a situation, and I couldn't drive. I had, like, the DTs going on pretty bad because, like, I don't know. Some people drink and I just drink beer, and maybe if they drink beer they don't get that, or maybe I don't know, but my body
happens, you know.
I've
lost my car.
Yeah,
I had an ex who would lose her car every couple of months. It would be like, well, where was it? She would walk home, whatever, still had no idea. I'm like, oh.
But I was in my car though. But I don't know, the shakes though. I couldn't drive. So, I mean, I couldn't drive. I was too sick to drive, you know. It wasn't I was too drunk. I was just too sick. And anyway, I was thinking about that as I was in the parking lot today. And I just remember thinking to myself, too, like, in that situation, like, well, she's found out about me now. And I'm glad I don't have to live that way anymore. You know, it was one of those reminders, and you'll get them from time to time, too, if you're in early recovery, or maybe you're in long-term recovery. You know exactly what I'm talking about, where you'll get a reminder of where you used to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. I try not to live in the past like that. But
healthy reminder, keep you focused.
Chalk it up to what it is.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, man? How was your day?
Day was pretty good. I don't know. Went to a meeting, then worked on my motorcycle for a while. That went pretty good. And went and visited an old friend of ours. I got out of jail recently. Found out the story on that.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Well, here it is. So a while back, he got a drunk and disorderly. And then, so he got released from jail on a PR bond. And when that happened, a couple weeks later, he was going to the store, get some alcohol and some groceries. He had a whole bunch of groceries, and one of the bags started ripping. Well, so then, I don't know, something got caught up in his bike or whatever, but he went flying over the handlebars, got smashed all up, laying there with like a yard sale, everything laying around. And some good Samaritan, one of them good Samaritans, called for help for him, and cops showed up, realized he had been drinking, and he's got a case of beer right there anyways, even if he wasn't, he's in possession, so they hauled him off to jail for breaking his bond, spent 30 days on that drunk and disorderly.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
Yeah, no groceries, beer was gone. His bike, he was pretty close to where he lived or was staying, and he found it on a bike rack down the street, so I'm like, you know your bike sucks when nobody even steals it. It's just on the bike rack down the street. He's got like a purple and pink bike, so it's not too desirable.
Wow. Yeah, they don't like when you drink. I mean, I'm glad I only got a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I wasn't going to the store and wasn't riding my bicycle either. But
yeah.
But yeah, I had got out, but I had paid them money. Maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe that just made them so mad. They're like, we trusted you to let you out. And I'm sure the judge told them, like told me, you do not drink, you do not smoke weed.
Oh, yeah, when you're on bond, you can't do anything, really, you know.
And that's kind of a dumb way to get caught, too. See, man, hopefully he can pull it together and realize that drinking's not his thing.
He wants to, you know,
but good at it.
He's not good at it. And then, what did he say? He put like a Lansing address down for his address, so they jacked his bond up like he's a flight risk, a couple of grand, so there's no possible getting out for him. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Man.
Growing pains.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not taking him to the bus stop. I'm not going to be a part of that. But, dude, you sound sick still, man.
I still am.
Like, it sounds like you just smoked 18 packs of cigarettes, and that's not it. I mean, you only smoked, like, 2 packs. But, no, Ryan's got, and this is something I want to talk about, too. He's got, I don't know if it's a sinus infection or just
whole congested chest.
Is, man. But
getting a little better, I think.
Self-care is something that's huge. And something that when we're in active addiction, whatever.
Don't care, no worries.
You know what's going to help me? Another bottle. I won't even feel this cold or this sickness. Blech. Done that many times. And plus, I don't know if I heard this from some other drunk guy or if I actually did look it up, but yeah, alcohol fights off bacteria. It kills like the flu virus, you know, and I'm pretty sure that's not true.
No.
But
I don't know.
I had that thinking, though.
Yeah. I mean, it possibly kills some bacteria, but it's also killing your immune system, so either way, it's not really a win-win.
So you went to the doctor?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I never go to the doctor.
Oh, so you're...
I'm still poor on the self-care.
Okay.
I don't like me.
But seriously, there's nothing wrong with going to the doctor.
No. It's subsiding. I'll get better one of these days. This is just how I am sometimes in the winter.
Oh, he's one of those tough guys.
Yeah.
And wait till you hit 40, buddy.
I'll think about it then.
Yes, be down there at the doctor.
I mean, I could go buy a bottle of Robitussin, but I don't really feel like medicating myself, so what are you going to do?
Well, I have Flonase.
I'm all natural healing.
He's been sick for 5 days. So yeah, good job on the healing, all natural.
Letting the body build its own immunity system.
Well, that's your body's way of saying that your immune system sucks.
Well, this is my way of saying step it up.
Oh, you sound so bad, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you sound horrible. But what are you going to do? See, when I was in active addiction, too, and there were just things that I didn't want to know about. I don't want to go to the doctor because this hurts. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it could be.
No, it's not quite like that. I've been eating good and getting rest. So, I mean, that's the best I can do for it right now.
The pain,
best I want to do for it. I guess I could do more, but
the pain I had, and if you know somebody who, drinks a lot and they're complaining of like having stomach pain, man, it was like up on my left hand side. It hurt bad, and I don't think if my coworker
or puking up blood.
See, I wasn't doing that. Sign. Yes, I maybe was.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't keep anything down,
mm-hmm.
but. If my coworker didn't make me pick up the phone and call to make a doctor appointment,
never would have.
No, I was scared, man. Like I was already jaundiced. Like it was bad. And he made me. He was like, "I'm tired of hearing you." But if you know somebody who's complaining like that, get them to the doctor. Trick them.
They're turning yellow if their balls are turning yellow. They need help
immediately. And it doesn't have to be a death sentence unless you let it. Like my neighbor from like where I grew up
mm-hmm.
in Coloma, neighbor across the street died. Like my stepdad said that he saw him in the store and he looked jaundiced like I did, and this was like maybe 6 months to a year after I had went through my whole ordeal. So my stepdad saw him, and my stepdad kind of knew, like, okay, like that dude's, and he knew that they drink a lot, and he died in his bedroom, and he, like, I guess what the word on the street is, he fell like between the bed and the wall,
mm-hmm.
and he had gained so much weight and was so bloated because nothing was working, and he just kind of like lodged in between the bed and the floor, and it was bad. And the woman that, I guess his girlfriend, they never got married, but she went a week. She was a drunk as well, and
didn't know,
or an alcoholic. And didn't even know. And then she finally found him, and like the cops, the fire department, they get to come and get him out. And I guess they were trying to condemn the house at that point, and she like did something, and I don't know, a month later she died, kind of the same way. And I mean,
that's a horrible way to go.
Yeah, and it takes over your mind. It really does. And it was taking over my mind to where I knew something was wrong, man. I did, and I was just so afraid to find out.
Yeah, it got you living in constant fear.
I just knew that if I drink more,
you don't want to do nothing.
Just if I drink more, it'd be better. But then it got to the point where I couldn't even keep it down. I would try to just chug it, and then I thought about vaping it, and just all kinds of stuff. There you go, Whitmer.
That's gonna be.
There you go, Governor.
I love this vodka flavor.
Yeah, I don't have no more vape juice. What can I vape now? Idiot. Sorry, I'm off of that. Oh, I did.
You're over it?
No, my friend Dan sent me a message. He was like, "You're very hypocritical of the governor and this and that." Yeah. And he's like, "I don't have a dog in the fight. He's like, I don't care either way." But he's like, "You started throwing out those numbers, just like, oh," I'm like, that. Apparently, he didn't get my point of that. My point was just making up numbers because that's what I felt they did. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "No, I went and did research, and I found, and it was 3.3 out of. It went up from 3.3 to 5 out of 100 kids." My point exactly. It's not this huge, massive crisis, and it's not the vape juice. It's the devices. It's the parents. It's the kids. And all they're, in my opinion, are doing, she's doing, is opening up kids in middle school to start on their drug dealing careers. What you got? Oh, I got some of that vape juice. Yeah, I made some at home. You can make it. Oh, it's just so stupid. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go online, figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm done. I rest. Yeah. I'm done. But, dude, the meeting I went to in Charlevoix, I don't know how we started talking about this, But oh yeah.